What's up, y'all? Peace. Assalamu alaikum. This is Daniel Oliver, and as a sociologist living around the world, occasionally I do still conduct sociological experiments. That was the way that I came to understand something I recently underwent, which was a D-Tech digital detox, just totally being offline except for basic communications. It initially started for 3 weeks. It ended up being longer than that. And before I go further, I just want to remind you that this is the second video in a series of exploring a whole new world, right? A world offline, the world we forgot. And in order for you to not miss further input, subscribe right now. All right, hit that button. Here we go. So with this D-Tech, I realized like we're changing our whole interactions because see, an additional context, an additional layer of context is that I'm locked down with my family. So we're a group of 7 people, right? 7 different personalities, different ages. Most of us were born in different countries. You know what I mean? Believe it or not, I'm the only member of my family, my household, who was born in the United States. So I'm coming with something completely different than the others, etc. Uh, when we couldn't be online, it's not that we spent all of our time online, but it's just a level of distraction. Sometimes you're thinking about what you're gonna do. Sometimes you're just waiting your turn. You know, sometimes it's just something that we are all attached to besides each other that stands between us. It doesn't really connect you. The fact that everyone in your family uses wireless and uses devices to connect, they're connecting to the world outside, right? They're not connecting to their family because if we're in the same physical presence, we'll just speak to each other, play with each other, etc. We wouldn't interact with each other through the online medium. I mean, why would I text my wife if she's sitting next to me, for example? Likewise, the children would do things maybe together, maybe alone, but it just becomes something where I won't say that it's negative to have your own world, your own zone, your own privacy, but I think that the fact that it's your own can start to consume you and you get into your consumption of it. You want to go back to your own zone, your own people, your own place. You know what I'm saying? So breaking all of ourselves away. I mean, I broke myself away from news, for example, from my whole little social media set of friends and activities. The kids broke away from their studies, even their games, and our connection with each other. It wasn't like we're getting to know each other again for the first time. It was just we started playing games together. So instead of 2 people being on a computer, 2 people are on a game, right? 4, 5, 6 people can play a game, whereas there are very few things that 7 people can do together on a device or on a computer. You know what I mean? So it just became kind of a rediscovery because the last time we'd been absent that distractive element was so long ago that we really, you know, came together as slightly altered people. You know what I mean? I think the last time there wasn't a smartphone in my house would have been like maybe 2013, 14. I think I broke a phone or lost a phone one of many times, and this time my wife bought me a smartphone and I didn't want it, but I couldn't say no to a gift, especially when I had nothing to replace it. So, I mean, some of my children weren't even born yet at that time, and the others would have been very young. And like I've been in 2, 3 countries myself since then, you know. So socially, it's a rediscovery of not yourself, but your group and what you are as a group. And I think on the individual level, I'm going to really talk about that probably next post just to keep this one focused. So, and in order to keep this one brief as well, I'm going to just check out right now. Once again, like and subscribe. I would love to take questions actually about what you would want to know what you imagine, and if there's even things that you think, you know you're curious about how they could have even worked out. Like, how is it even possible to do this? You know what I mean? How can you survive with kids in the house and you can't do, give them that, let's say that online babysitter? You got questions like that, let me know and I'll turn them into a post. Until then, peace.